friend Evelyn, she did this one for me and this one here. So they might be in that as well. It opens up like this. So this card here is actually made, because the reason I got these cards is because she didn't have hers and she wanted to make a few cards, and she borrowed my set. So she said, I'll make you a card. So this was cool. Yeah, she can borrow them anytime. Now, what we're doing is using this one here and the card that I found on Pinterest. So I put in Christmas season stamp. I always add stamp to the name, and then it pops up a bunch of cards made with it. And I found the one that was made by Angela Meyer at Wild Violets Art, and I just really loved it. It's like a, oh, how do you call that now? Mistletoe. Mistletoe. You put it on the ceiling and you kiss somebody under and you step under. And this is not what I wanted to show you. It's where it is in the catalog, in case you never noticed this stamp set. I should have had this prepared ahead, but let's see. And if anybody doesn't have these catalogs yet, let me know, because I really ordered too many this time. And I was thinking I was going to have my crops and that been canceled, so I didn't see all those 20 ladies that might have needed a catalog. So I do have some left. There's this holiday catalog and our annual catalog. So on page 16, there is 2 bundles here. There's that paper that actually Evelyn used. That paper here, that was from that pack here. It's called Painted Christmas. So on this page, there's 2 bundles. So this is a suite. The first bundle is this one here, Christmas season. This one is $73.75, and you have the dies. So it's 2-step stamping for the pine cones. There's the large one and the small ones. And in here we have 2 sets of dies. And like I said, I took some out already. But there's labels as well. Do you see all those different labels in there? And yeah, the pine cones, you can cut them both at the same size. So this is what we're going to be using. But while we have this out, I'm also using the stamp, the greeting from this stamp set. That is called Christmas to Remember. It's this one here. And I have it in French too. It's available in French. So we're using the bottom one here, Have a Holly Jolly Christmas. And in French, it's Passez un Noël enchanteur. So I might do this one in French actually, since I do need some French card. There's a little black fly running around. Must be the light, because every time I do Facebook Live, there's little black flies. I think they're from a few plants that we have downstairs. Let's see, I'm just going to take the English one off of the stamp to get that ready. And we'll use the French one. So that bundle here, this one is the stamp set, and then there's a set of it's Christmas pine cone dies. So that one too, it's 2 dies, sorry. There's one that's more intricate, and the other one is more like a bold cut. So you cut both, and you can do it all in white or a different green, and layer them on top of each other, so you see kind of like a shadow in between. And they have it for the cones too, the pine cones. Let me just show you an example of one that we had made. So once you layer them down, that's what it looks like, but it's one whole piece. So I just cut them, I separated them so I can use 3 sections, like 1 section on 3 different cards. So yeah, this is how it looks like. Bring it up close so you can see. Cool, eh? So this one, that bundle is $81.75. now, but we're not going to use the dies on this one. So let me just clear the table up. And I had this page open because we're going to use this one, the Shimmery Crystal Effects. I don't know if anybody noticed that in the catalogs. Like, there's all kinds of little things, but this one is kind of hidden. Where is it? It's a little tube like this, and it's shimmery, and then it dries, and it looks like it's an enamel. Like you can make embellishments with them. You'll see. I'll show you. So yeah, this is on page 128 of the annual catalog. They're $6.75. Okay, so now let's get started with the card. I'm gonna need, Angela she made it in basic white, but I'm gonna do vanilla today. We never use very vanilla, so I'm gonna do that one. So you're gonna take your sheet, cut it at 4 1/4, and then score half of that to 5 1/2. So you're using the scoring blade. And then with this piece, you're gonna cut at 5 1/4 by 4. Okay, so the one that we scored in half, just fold that. Use your bone folder to make a nice crisp fold. And you got, this is going to be your card front, so it's just a neat smaller all around. We're going to emboss this, but first you gotta stamp your greeting on it. So let's take that out. I'm going to use cherry cobbler. I always try to remember to look around it, make sure there's no ink on the edge of the rubber, because these are not the same as our photopolymer ones. You can easily get, if you're using your ink pad, if you rock it a little bit, you could get ink on the edge, and then you'll get that on your card. You don't want that. So just make sure when you're doing it, you're just tapping lightly, and then double check. I know I forget a lot of times. So the top is here. Just gonna put my head in here, stamp it in the center, and there you go. And always clean your stamps. Just gonna get some mist. If you're new, this is our stamping scrub. This is what I use to clean my stamps. We have a mist like this. You can refill those. So yeah, you just spray it on one side to wash it, and then on the other side you just dry it. And it comes right dry. And that's it. And close your ink pad. So is there anybody doing any stamping today? I don't usually come on here on Sunday, but I was by myself today. My husband is a hunter, so he is gone hunting. It's deer season and bird, not bird, but partridge. I don't like the sound of that, bird hunting. Yeah, so he was gone, and then my daughter's gone to a volunteer thing she's in. Oh, we're not going to stamp this. So I said, well, what could I do on a Facebook Live? So after I made that card, I was like, oh, there we go. I'll make that one. I really liked it, so I had to show you how easy it is to make it. So we're going to emboss this. Remove these plates, and we are using the Merry Melody. And this is a 3D, so that means it's very thick. So you don't need those two clear plates. You're just going to use your platform number 1. Sorry, use with platform number 1. This is your platform, but it's the plate number 4. So first of all, make sure you got your notes the right way. You can emboss the whole thing. So there's a little black line there that I use that for a guide to make sure that everything is straight. Cleaning and laundry today. Taking a break. There you go. Yeah, I washed the floors yesterday. Holy moly, I can't remember when I washed them last. With the dog in the house, it's kind of hard to keep the floor clean. So why bother? And look at these. Bring it up close. And we're going to use this again after. We'll use it with that. Well, it's fun to see that there's some people on here today. I know I usually do it in the daytime through the week. People are working. But I like doing videos when it's quiet here, when I know nobody's going to be walking in and make noise. So we got this and this done. That can be, actually we can glue it down right away. Let's do that first. So you just leave a little section around it. So I did cancel my crop the weekend I had planned because they had restrictions on zones and all that, but I found out after that even if you're not in the mountain zone, you're allowed to come in if it's for an event that's organized and follows the vaccine regulations there. Like, you have to show proof. I didn't know that. I just found out afterwards, and so we were all canceled and we went virtual instead. But yeah, so then that's why I'm saying, well, what the heck, I'm gonna try to do a event that we can get in person. It's been well overdue, right? Now we're gonna get some stamping done. I'm gonna use this. So in the stamp set, if you can see, there's this little leaf and that one. This one is longer, this one is a little shorter. Those are the two that I'm using. So I put them both on the same block to save time. And I'm using Pear Pizzazz. Except it's not my idea. This was all Angela's. And you're just gonna stamp it. You're gonna do 2 of these. Actually, take another piece of paper here. So see how it's like almost like washed stamp. Let's clean this. And then you'll need the berries. So on this one, I'm using these 2. If you can see, those are the berries and these are the leaves, the stems, whatever you call it. And you're going to need 2 of those as well. So let's do 1 on each. Like that. And with cherry, no, not cherry cobbler, sorry, gray granite. Gonna do the little berries. So they should align on top of these little things here. So I'm gonna put my head closer so I can see. Doesn't have to be right on, but, and there you go. Build a berry. That's what I like about the photopolymer stamps, you can see through it, so you can see the green under it. And yeah, I guess mistletoe berries are lighter. They're not red. I didn't know that. And now we're gonna die cut them. So let's see here. Bring my machine in here. Got brand new plates. I was really due for some. Okay. Oh, I went really to the edge on this one. Well, we'll put that one on the bottom. Just gonna take my painter's tape here. Align them in. You can see better than me, eh? There. And one more. Oops. Just need another piece of that tape. This is just what I used. Figured I seen somebody do that before, and I think I like it better than Post-it notes, because the whole thing is sticky. Whoops. Should be sticky. Hold on. Make sure that's straight again. Yeah. Okay. And let's put that through. So you're going to do this twice. And because I had some of these extra cut, I'm just going to need one more berry. Just going to cut this one. Trying not to get my head in front of the camera. Sorry. You'll see my gray hair in the bottom. Time for my hair color. And let's see here. One thing I forgot to do is that the lady who was using painter's tape was putting it on her sweater like this first, so it makes it not as sticky. I forgot to do that, so that's why I'm like pulling on them. All right, so we need 2 of the long ones, 2 of the little ones, and 2 of the berries. And like I said, even if that one is cut, I'm just gonna layer them on top of each other so we can hide that. And put that away. So we can bring the card in, and I need my glue dots. Don't know if anybody noticed, but the new ones, the dots are glued on the inside of this. Before they were glued on the roll, but when you pull it off, they're on this part. It's really weird. It's really hard to get used to. I just started a new roll, and oh my gosh, now I know what they were talking about. So before you put it down, just, you know, play around to see how you want to put it. And I'm going to do something like that, but we're going to put ribbon over here So you don't want to go too close to your greeting. So I would say this one will go pretty much here. So yeah, I'm trying to find a trick how to use these the best way, and they're very sticky, a lot stickier than the other roll I just finished. So like this, and I'll put that one. Make sure you pull it with it, and okay, now the smaller one. Oh wait, actually these ones I'm going to pop them up. Dimensionals. So the mini dimensionals on those. Now put over here. And like I said, the bow, this is going to go here. So I'm going to try to put them on each side. Now we can put the berries. I think I'll just use the glue dot on that one. So I'll put that one here. And I want to cover that one. Now we can put this ribbon here, if you're wondering where it came from. It's in the holiday catalog too. It's called Cherry Cobbler and Gold and Metallic. Where is it? Metallic ribbon. So there's 10 yards in it, and they're ½ inch wide. You can really like play with it. Put it like there. I'm gonna put a glue dot on each side of the knot. And one right on the knot. Yeah, it's really hard to get used to this glue dot thing. Does anybody else have that one already? I just finished my other roll. So play with this, but actually let's lift that up because we're going to do our crystal effect right now. So you just squeeze it out. Here it comes. Can't see me, but I have my tongue sticking out here. It only works if you do that. Here. And the other one. It takes about 10 minutes to dry. So if you're making a bunch of cards, you can make these all ahead of time. And then you would do that. So I'm just actually gonna put a block on there. I don't want the ribbon to dry on it. But let me show you the finished look. And there's the finished cards. Those backings. see good. I'm going to try to bring the berries so you can see how it's actually shiny. Yeah, I think you see it good here. Well, there we go. And that's it. That's the card. So let me bring all the cards back in.